Hello everybody and welcome to yet another chaotic live stream. Hilarious apparently, and enjoy Charlie's off shot. Why don't you come and sing again? We can't even start the live stream these days. Olive's here but she wants to go and have a snack. Someone there. Okay, it's all kicking off and we haven't even started yet. So hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. Louie's going to kick off because of course. Do you want to go in this one? No one can decide what they want. Charlie's singing. Is it funny? Okay, so right, let's get into things. Hello, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Special hello, welcome to YouTube channel members and our Patreon supporters. We really appreciate all of you for being here. Once again, Charlie's stealing the show. And as usual, I'll be doing a little update on everybody. Olive's dancing. You're not going up there. And I'll be letting you know what we're up to. Louie's going to shout throughout the entire thing. And as usual, we'll be doing the Q&A. So if you have any parrot-related questions, we'll be answering them today. I'm hoping this is going to be the last live stream for a while where we have to turn the lamp on. It's all weird and yellow because the clocks are going to be going back at the end of the month. Thank goodness. So hopefully we'll have a bit more light, won't we? Yeah. Should we show off to everybody before we get into things? Should we say hello? Hiya. Good girl. Leave a blue heart emoji in the chat if you love baby Olive. Hiya. Say love you. Can we try and dance? Ready? 1 and 2 and 2. No, 2 and 1. Okay, we're not dancing today. Sorry, I'm just having a quick peek at the chat. Hello, everybody who is saying hello. Normal service will resume shortly, but the start of the live stream is very, very exciting, apparently. Can we spin? Can we spin? We're having the other foot, are we? Foot. Thank you. Right, okay. Let me gather my bearings. Yeah, I see all the blue hearts coming in. They're for you. You just say hello. Hello. Kisses from Olive. Okay, all right, we're going up there. Not just kisses from Olive, you get her tail as well. Aren't you lucky? Yeah, so our clocks go back at a different time to other places. End of the month for us, so got a bit longer to wait. But the birds are waking up at 6:30 every morning because it's getting lighter. So I think I'm going to have to break out the blackout blind. Do you want a straw? Should I this? Oh, yes, please. Thank you so much. I think we're going to have to break out the blackout blind so that they can have the right amount of sleep. Where do you want it? We'll take it with Daddy. Yeah, we'll take it over there with David. Okay, should we see if Charlie Bear wants one? Charlie, what's this? Come on in. Everyone's here to see you. They're not here to see me. We have our little snack. Cool. So yeah, throughout the live stream, just drop your questions in the chat as usual, or anything you'd like us to discuss, because David is here. We weren't expecting that, but it's very useful because he helps with the chat. And yeah, we can chat about a few little bits and pieces. So just drop your questions straight out and we'll get to them. There aren't any so far. Cool. Right, so let's talk about what's been happening whilst Charlie has his little snack. Say hiya. Say cha. He's so good with his straws. Yeah, he's a good boy. Cha. He's a good boy. He's a good bird. You're going to get crumbs all over the laptop, aren't you? Such a cheeky boy. You jolly does. Yeah. Okay, so you may have seen my most recent video was with a good pal, Dr. Jason Crean and Robin Sullivan from the Leather Elves. That was really fun. If you haven't caught up next, I appreciate it's a very long video. Do make sure you do that because it's all about enrichment and how it relates to bird biology and the senses. It's a really fun chat. David's going to be having a video with Jason and Robin coming out on his channel at some point. It's not going to be for a little while, is it?
I don't know, honestly.
David has no idea. Pick on the day what comes out. All the birds are going to be kicking off because of you guys. You love to annoy everybody else's birds at home, don't you? Because you're so noisy. What did I say? Yeah, so we're just talking about my latest video. It's very easy. Should we just have the Charlie live stream? Just set him on here for an hour, just eating treats. I can't even remember what I was saying. It's so distracting, aren't you? Are you a good boy? Char? You're a very good boy. He's a good boy. Enjoy work, enjoy LA. And you can always watch it back as well, but I'm sure the time difference is tricky. Yes, it is Louis in the background. He just has to do this every live stream. He has to kick off and be naughty because he wants to be the centre of attention. But I know that if he comes out, it's going to be absolute chaos. So he won't be coming out, but he'll be coming out later because it's a once a year treat when Lou and Kip come out on the live stream because it puts me on edge because I can't trust them. Yeah, it's probably worth watching with headphones because our guys, something about us talking or filming, they just love to kick off because you'd probably accidentally train them to like bribe them with treats and stuff to try and keep them quiet. So I apologise in advance, but you know, it's what you sign up to when you come to one of our live streams. You still having your straw down there, Olive? You're having a lovely time with David. So thank you. We try and keep up their cages and sort of changing around as much as we can and swap perches. Yeah, he's really good at squeezing out those treats. We kind of liken it to those kind of squeezy yogurts you get as kids. Kind of squeezes all the treats up and gets them, not leaving any treat uneaten, are we? He's very efficient. Louis just wants the snacks as well. Would you like to give Lou Kip a straw?
She's the best now, so
okay. All right, we'll wait for Olive to finish. So I actually have a new series coming out with Jason. We do like to get a lot of filming in because he's just a wealth of knowledge and we really appreciate everything he has to offer. So I have a new series coming out with him at some point. I spent a couple of hours just like binge filming with him. I think we filmed 8 videos. I can't remember. We tried to cram in as much as possible, but it's kind of like a kind of quick videos, quick fire parrot Q&As of kind of common diet questions, common misconceptions, and things like that you often see. So I think that's going to be a really fun series. And I'll just kind of release them periodically. And then when we get to the end of it, we'll kind of binge film a load more. Because obviously my filming with Jason tends to be like hour-long videos at a time. And I think it might be interesting to explore kind of shorter, quick-fire videos that people can kind of consume a bit quicker. Because not everyone's got an hour to sit down and just listen to us chat. Oh, alfalfa. Should we dabble in the alfalfa debate, which is... Okay, we'll dabble on it. So there's an article going around that was in this current issue of Parrots magazine that says that alfalfa is terrible, even though that's not actually what the article even concluded. But anyway, and obviously Tops pellets have alfalfa as one of the ingredients. And in fact, other pellets do. Even Harrison's has alfalfa in it. And the claims in this article are very fear-mongering, very fear-based. David Shaw. Alfalfa, even though the data in the article said that alfalfa is very nutritious, which it is, and has lots of benefits. Can you come here for a moment? The article then says don't feed alfalfa, which just doesn't make any sense. So I'd highly recommend trying to look for the article and actually making your own mind up on it. There's a lot of fear-mongering and people freaking out about alfalfa at the moment. But do not fear, alfalfa is completely safe to offer your birds, especially when it's in Tops pellets, which is the only pellet we recommend. David actually did a video, I think it was your last video, wasn't it? All about Tops pellets, why we recommend it. And the birds are just harassing David. Come here. Come on. Such a naughty boy, aren't you? You're going to have to go in early. I love you. I think Olive and Charlie might have to go in very quickly because they are being naughty on David's desk. So let me do that first, and then maybe we can actually get some sort of sense out of me for a moment. So, yeah, Charlie Bear, entertain yourselves for a moment. John and Olive. It's a good girl. Right, there's one. There's one. Good girl. Can do Charles. Say bye. I wish I could be here longer, but I can't behave myself. Right, Charlie, come on. You're holding everybody up. He's like, I don't want to go in for safflower seeds. I want to go in for pine nuts. And he knows that I was offering safflower seeds. What you got? Right, again later. Right, okay. Let's actually get back on track.
Everyone's commenting on the stains on the little tea towel over the chair.
Oh, I know. Let's look.
The pure reality of birds there.
Look, I've turned it over. It's fine now.
Do you want them on the other side?
Oh, it's dry, isn't it? It's poop. You can't really live a life with 8 birds and not have poop everywhere. I'm sure I've got some on my back and all sorts.
There's a question. Do you want to cover this question from Zena? I was going to reply via text, but you can reply. What is your perspective on wing clipping? They don't cut their wings first, just asking for opinion.
Yeah, don't do it. One of the worst decisions you can make in terms of your bird's health and welfare is clipping wings. Unless there is a medical reason, which very, 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 very rarely there is, there's no need to clip your bird's wings. It's going to make absolutely everything so much worse. Louis like, I need the treats. I need David's attention. I want to do some targeting or something. Yeah, don't clip your bird's wings. I mean, this does come up in like all of our live streams all the time. There are just endless reasons not to do it. It causes so many problems. So I'm hesitant to do a video on it because people are very mean and rude and misinformed. My most abuse that I received on Instagram was when I made a graphic about how wing clipping is detrimental to a bird's health and well-being. So maybe when I'm in a better state of mind, I might make a video on wing clipping. I did feature in another wing clipping video before. I think, are you going to do a wing clipping video?
I'm tempted. It's just too much to do.
Yeah, we've got a lot on, and David has a better resolve when it comes to people being horrible online. So we'll see. But we fight the good fight. And if people ask, then we will be completely honest that wing clipping is a very ill-advised decision because it is going to cause so many problems. Adara asked, what would be a medical reason you would consider it okay to clip? I think it would be anything to do with flight issues or balance, things like that. But to be honest, to date, I haven't actually heard of or seen anyone who has needed to. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but I'm just saying that we say that as a caveat because, you know, that's the reality. There may be a very odd occasion where it may benefit a bird. But generally speaking, you know, they've got wings for a reason. We have had consults with plenty of fully flighted, partially sighted and blind birds, and they still get around. You just have to be extra careful. But generally speaking, there is not really any reason to clip a bird's wings. But I'm not going to take up this whole live stream by talking about it. But hopefully I've answered your question. Please don't do it. Let's go for it.
Dot, my wife's yellow crown Amazon doesn't like me. How can I make him like me? We have been together 3 years, but I can't take him out because he immediately attacks me. I mean, we can certainly sympathise with that situation. A lot of people have that situation. It's difficult to deal with.
Do you want to come on?
Sure, live stream.
Okay. All right. I mean, if you guys want David on the live, write in the comments. So we would recommend going back to basics and doing some in-cage training. So when your yellow crown Amazon is in the cage, your wife can do some target training through the cage bars to start building up that bond. She can walk past, drop a treat in, keep walking, that kind of thing to... You off?
Apparently something delivered.
Yeah, our delivery drivers love to just leave things everywhere. So walk past the cage, drop a treat, keep walking, do target training through the cage bars. We call it protected contact because then there is a barrier between her and your bird so that they both feel safe. No one's going to get attacked and both can retreat if they feel that they want to. And that is the best place to start. And also making sure that you are using those top tier treats. Make sure you've done a treat hierarchy test. David has got a video coming out, like an updated treat hierarchy test video, because the other one was like from years ago. So he's just made a new one. And that's the best place to start and just really solidify that. And, you know, look for body language cues, look for calm, reinforce for calm, and then go from there. Because we do sympathise because the Crimsons can be, or have been historically, very angry with David because that's just, we're not going to kind of go into it, but we talk about it a lot on Patreon and because we're not perfect and we do have struggles because we have a lot of complex cases here.
Did you get taken a parcel earlier?
No.
So, I'm sorry to advise you with this, but so we're all now being, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, lovely. You check downstairs.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm way past being funny now,
so much fun. Does anyone else have delivery drivers who
for
mess things up? I was talking about. I was talking about the Amazon. So yeah, that's where I'd start. Start with that. Look for calm. Work through the bars and go from there. And then I'm going to try and catch up with checks. I rely on David, but he's just gone on a wild goose chase looking for parcels. So, yeah, in fact, Olive was partially clipped when she first came to us when we rescued her. And we had to do a lot of work to build up her flight muscles and her flight confidence because the clipping really messes with their muscles, gives them muscle atrophy and things like that. I cut the bird's wings, waiting for them to grow back. So sometimes it can take a while. Sometimes it can take up to a year and a half for the old feathers to molt out and the new ones to grow in. Sometimes it can just take quite a while. They will molt out and regrow in, but you have to be prepared that you have to wait for the next molt cycle, essentially, and that can take a while if they haven't molted recently. So that's one of the unfortunate things. Once you clip, you can't really go back. But you want to be working on those flight skills and things like that. Right, so I wanted to address Teddy's comment, Teddy Crochet. I've never clipped before, but I'm a wheelchair user and I have a hard time getting to my bird when he flies around and gets into things. I hate feeling like because I'm disabled, I shouldn't have birds. That's completely untrue. Your disability does not affect your ability to be an awesome bird parent. I don't know if people are going to be in the chat or not, but we have people in our community who are in a similar situation to you, who have birds and have had success with training solid recalls and stations and targets and things like that. It's all about just adapting it to your own personal experience. Did you find parcel?
Yeah, it had to be something big and heavy as well, didn't it?
Please don't feel like because you have a disability you are a bad bird parent. It's not true. Again, kind of like with the Amazon I was talking about, do some work through the bars to really solidify that target response. Get those quick fire response and work through that. And you can even work through sort of short recall hops and really quick responses, just working close to the cage. You can have a back and forth really quick, and also reserving those top tier treats. You can also tailor the amount of time that your bird is out. So if you find that after half an hour, your bird's like, right, I'm going to start going up, I'm going to go up onto the curtain pile, I'm going to go into somewhere naughty, maybe have shorter periods of time out and then some in-cage time as well. So maybe 20 minutes out and about playing, and then you can have a little bit of time in the cage, and 20 minutes out playing, and then a little bit of time in the cage, and work there to try and tweak routines and the way you train to kind of meet your lifestyle and stuff like that. But yeah, as I've mentioned many times, I also have a disability. I'm partially sighted. You can't tell by these big bad boys, and we do all right, don't we? I don't think I'm doing a terrible job with the birds. And now we need to catch up. So right, 60-40 rule. Yeah, I mean it has multiple meanings, applications. Do you fancy getting the boys out while I chat about it?
Yeah.
We should probably have some birds, actually. It's just me here rambling. So the 60-40 rule is where there's generally a preference to one person from a bird. We never say that birds are one people birds and that's just the way it is. There's always going to be a preference. Even without 8 birds, some of them have different preferences. Where are they? These boys, can't get me opposites right. They are very much like prefer David, but they still like to hang out with me. So we say that they're 60% in favour of hanging out with David and 40% hanging out in favour with me. However, when, say, for example, if David was like the only person to do anything with them, cleaning, feeding, training, if he was here all day and I wasn't, we would probably see a shift where it would be 70 or 80% David and then like 20 to 30% me. Or if the bird is hormonal, there can be different swings and things like that. So sometimes it's about getting a balance. Sometimes a person who is super reinforcing can take a little bit of a step back and have that other person who is less reinforcing and has less of a bond at the moment get involved more, which can be challenging, especially if there are any kind of aggressive responses. But we want to get more of a balance. It's very rarely is it 50-50, but we don't want it to be so 90-10 because it's really difficult to live with. So we need to get a real balance, and it often involves the person who is less reinforcing or less bonding doing more, which can be sometimes difficult to convince people to do, can't it? But it's the way it is.
Got asked, would getting a mate help the relationship? I was like, no. I mean, you can get him a friend to have a friend, so that's good for him. It's good to have birds with other members of their species, but if you have a problem relationship, you need to work on that issue.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't fix it.
We are pro multi-bird household, but getting another bird doesn't fix the current issue. So it depends whether, and also, they may never get along. They may only just tolerate each other, in which case can you cope with the worst case scenario of that?
Scott also asked, is it possible your muscle developing in the wings to get a little sore? It's like, yes, of course.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Spitter for your generosity. I hope that liked it. Sometimes it lets me oh, there we go. I've loved it. There we go. Thank you very much for your generosity. It's very, very kind of you. You are first on the naughty train. Again, we don't expect anybody to be on the naughty train. But yeah, very generous of you. So I really appreciate that. And we're really glad that you are here as well. I feel discombobulated. I've lost the train. If I miss anybody's questions and we like miss it, just put it back in the chat again. I'm not ignoring you. It's really hard to keep up with everyone's chats.
Yeah, Teddy, just
come here.
Just before Sophie covers the next question, Teddy, that's perfectly normal. A lot of people have guilt over having their birds in the cage for any length of time. What we try. Sorry?
I don't know if people can hear you or not.
They can probably hear me. I don't really want to be on camera. It's like, it's nothing, you're not really being soft, it's perfectly normal. Just get the right balance and make sure at the time they have outside the cages as quality as possible and as good as possible so they can have lots of fun. Sometimes they will have to be in the cage. In-cage time is as important as out-of-cage time. We try to see it as part of their environment. So I've got the video interview Sophie was talking about that's coming up from me is about a free operant environment, which is a very technical word to say their environment. And I used to see the cages like their house, but in reality, their cage is their bedroom, and this environment is their house, just like they share with us. So, that cage can be a bedroom with lots of fun. The environment outside can be lots of fun, but there's nothing wrong with having them in there. And you shouldn't really feel guilty over it unless they're in there 24/7. Then obviously you should. But I doubt if you have that situation, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And it's about getting that balance, making sure that you're working on your relationship. So if you are worried about them sort of flying off and being cheeky and you're not being able to get them down, really having as quick of a response as you can get from them, just tweaking the way that you offer treats and things like that. But yeah, we try and, even these huge cages, I'm like, oh, they're not big enough. They need like aviaries, which I've said for like every cage upgrade that we've done. But we want to have the biggest cage that we can possibly have that's safe and plenty of enrichment in there, lots of fun things to do so that being in the cage is just as fun as being out of the cage, and that kind of thing as well. And you guys are most welcome. I see a couple of people say thank you. So yeah. And it can be overwhelming to live with birds. Let's be honest here. There are times that we're like, oh my goodness, I have to get up at latest like 7:30 every day. I don't get a day off from that. What's a lion? I don't get a day off from getting up at 7:30 maximum every day. At the moment it's like 6:30. And most people get the weekend after a long week of work or whatever else situation may be going on. Maybe their birds actually just want to nap and sleep in, but ours don't. So that's fun. But yes, it can be hard work, and sometimes social media portrays living with birds as like Disney fantasy, everything's wonderful, and you're terrible if you feel stressed, and that's not true. Like, I think probably all of us, if not 99% of us in the chat, have felt some sort of stress at some point from living with birds. Should we say hello to the brothers? Because they're
probably going to be like, no, because they're quite busy snacking.
No, we don't. Should we try and have you on? Don't start. Do you want to be? There we go. At least you can see them now. Just behind my big head, otherwise. I'm just like jiggling. We coming? Yeah. There's one. No way. Okay. Well, there you go. it's chaos again. Do you want to come and say hello to everybody? Oh my goodness. They're so naughty. Right. Let's have a quick interlude of the brothers while everyone's being noisy. Uh-oh. Who's that? Who's out there? You see Fish's little antennae at the moment. It's crest. Thank you very much again, Smitty. Very naughty. I hope you meant to do it a second time. And I really like the little emoji of the dancing, exercising pair. And yeah, the conures do. They're very naughty. They're like, I want to be out and snacking and causing mischief, even though they've got all of the good stuff in their cages. They've got cake cases and foraging and stuff today, but it's not enough, is it? What do you think?
On the jazz asked a while ago, I kind of started answering and then I got sidetracked about molting, what you can do to support molting. I just said, obviously helping cream, helping loosen feather shafts. What else can you do to help with molting? Support with extra bird appropriate protein, bathing more regularly, and if your bird doesn't like to bathe, I have a video on that. I have a video on molting as well. We both do, yeah. They can definitely get a bit more cranky and stuff, and your house is going to get covered in, call them like crispy bits, don't we? In feather dust. But yeah, just supporting them with pets if they want it, extra bathing, a little bit of extra bird safe protein, and just be mindful that they may be a bit more fussy, should we say, in that moment. Who is it? Who's Jeeps? It's
sheeps? What about the fish? Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, Teddy. It's very kind of you. Very generous of you. Really appreciate that. Being on the naughty, we call it the naughty train because we're just awkward and British. What are we doing? But yeah, thank you very much for your generosity. It's very, very kind of you. What is going on? I'm not going to get off your hands. So I will like your generosity shortly, but Fish is like, I'm going to snap my beak. What is going on, the little brothers? This is more entertaining than me answering questions, 100%. Look at you, you're so handsome. Are you snapping the camera? Are you snapping the camera? It's brother gonna. It's so cheeky. Yeah, should we like Teddy's? If they're gonna let me. It did. Awesome. Cool. Have I got any other questions?
You do. Dot asked, do you have any tips on having animals in an apartment? It can be very loud. We've been thinking of getting some soundproof curtains. Obviously, noise is always a difficult issue.
Yeah. Some places, like the walls are paper thin. Some places are a bit better. We do live in an apartment, and luckily, it's not too bad. Amazons are obviously a lot louder. Chibi. So yeah, you can definitely get some soundproofing, but it's tricky when you live in an apartment to actually keep it quiet. You can have certain times of the day where you kind of allow noise, so to speak, and also reinforcing other vocals that you do want to hear more of, like chatting or singing and things like that. And Ali has joined, members. Thank you so much for joining. And I think that's Kipling, isn't it?
It looks like Charles.
Is it Charles? I can't even remember which one I used. Somebody let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for joining YouTube channel members. So one of the perks of joining channel members or Patreon is you get access to our Discord server, which is our live chat forum where you can live chat to me, David, and all of our other members. So if you would like that, I will put an updated link on the YouTube channel's secret community tab post, or you can DM me, Instagram me, email, carrier pigeon, whatever you like, and I can give you the link. Because it's a really fun community, and I'm sure there's a few people in here who can attest to the fact that it's a really nice safe space where we can all chat and help each other. Non-judgmental, just how we like it. No drama here, that's for sure. We like to stay well away from drama, don't we? Also, I'm loving the use of these emojis. So if you are a member, make sure you're using the bird emojis because they're exclusive for YouTube channel members. I love it. Awesome. Right, where are we at?
I don't think any other questions. Just obviously, Ali's joined your members, which you mentioned. People are commenting generally about things.
And just hello in general to everybody who's been sort of filtering in. I have seen you all. It's very hard to say hello to everybody. But yeah, pop your questions in the chat if you have anything else, and I'll see what else I've got on my list to talk about when I have a quick sip of drink. Right. Oh, is he having that? Can I show him the petty pets? Would you like to see some cockatiel petty pets?
I'm preening myself.
This brother wants. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Little chibi petty pets. You want to go and find brother now, don't you? What'd you do? Do you want to come here? See if we can get some live action. You want some? Are we going to do it? Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Thank you very much again, Smitter. You're very naughty. Very generous of you. Thank you very much for your very kind donations. Very, very kind.
Chip likes to rest his head on my nose when he gets petted. It's an odd habit. He likes to put his head like here and then just get petted around his cheek, which is kind of cute.
He has to be. His love language is definitely touch. He has to be like touching you all the time. It's so dull. Fish is a little bit fussy at the moment with his pets because he's got a few pinnies and stuff like that. And you saw his little antennae, but I mean, this is premium content, guys. I'm giving it away for free. Just cockatiel scratches. You are so daft. So daft.
It's really good, Ali, that your green cheek is warming up. You know, I remember you saying that, you know, you've got the switches and the tricks going really well. She will try and slice your shoulder and she will nip your ear, especially if you react to it, because it's attention and the shoulder's a good place to be. She's not trying to harm you necessarily. She's not trying to like dominate you, which some people will claim that's happening. she's going there, she's doing this because it gets her a reaction. So you need to try soft targeting. If I don't mention that already, target training, soft targeting. You need to maybe not let her on your shoulder. So you redirect her down, give her other options. Otherwise, she'll keep doing it. And it's a habit she may stop breaking out of, especially if you don't react to it. As difficult as that is, you know. Exactly. I've got a whole series on biting coming out as well. I filmed it. I just haven't had the time to put it up. And with YouTube as it is, I don't want to spam content because it just kind of just doesn't get seen. So
yeah. So make sure you're subscribed to the Parrot Teacher if you're not already. I'm sure most of you probably are anyway, because there's lots of awesome content.
Yeah, sport, that's going to happen as well. Me and Sophie tried to interrupt them or stop them. But
I didn't see it.
YouTube, you know YouTube. We
were just talking about scritches and building up bonds and stuff like that. So you haven't missed too much. But the next one, I will try and skip because I do try and skip them. But I was clearly mid-chat. Yeah, so Ali, if you take off your shoulder, you want to kind of give her something else to do, because if you take off your shoulder and then there's no more fun and there's not another activity, then she's gonna be like, well, what do I do now? I'm gonna go back because that gets me attention and stuff. So maybe having like a foraging tray, or doing a quick training session or something, and also making sure that you have a consistent target and a consistent step up. That there are kind of two rules for allowing birds on the head or shoulder: is they have to, well, I say have to, they participate in voluntary step up and targeting for reinforcement, and then they're allowed on the shoulder because then we know we can get them off. Whereas if your bird hasn't got a consistent step up and target, you can't get them off, and then you may end up getting bitten, which nobody wants. So that they're kind of our things. Do you guys travel a lot with your birds? Nope. We haven't had a holiday in a very, very, very long time. The last one we did, my dad and stepmom live in Spain, so we went to go and visit them. But that was a long time and quite a few birds less ago. So it'll be lovely to go, but we don't have anybody who can bird sit for us. And not just bird sit, but if you guys are subscribed to Spooderpods, which is David's second channel, you'll know that we don't just have birds. We have a lot of other things with more legs and stuff that a lot of people don't really like. So finding somebody who wants to look after our mini zoo while we have a breakaway is near impossible. So
the inverts, you feed them before you go. And then
yeah, I know, but nobody wants to. Well, I say nobody, we do, but not everybody wants to sleep in a bedroom with spiders, and we have quite a few. So yeah, we don't travel. We'd love to, but yeah, I feel a bit underqualified making content on that one. It's something we don't do.
Iris asked, can you soak cashews for the birds?
Yes, you can. The usual guidelines for cashews is 2 to 4 hours, but you can just soak them overnight. And cashew is like the one nut that I actually like, especially when it's soaked. Like, I don't like nuts. I know they're good for you and stuff, but I don't like them. I think they just taste weird and squeaky. I don't know. But when you soak them, they taste so buttery and yummy that I actually want to eat them. So yes, you can. And you can soak them overnight, but 2 to 4 hours would be more than enough. Any advice on how to keep your conure from flying to certain places? Our conure flies to the door screen all the time. It's tricky. Again, having a solid recall helps. Oh my goodness. I think David's going to have to go and maybe do some training with the conures through the bars.
Sorry, man. This little man's like, I want to stay here.
Oh, fish. Do you want to come and talk about staying in one place?
Maybe choosing to go as well.
So having a solid recall helps. But sometimes going somewhere else is just more reinforcing. So trying to have a heavy reinforcement that you can offer that's very valuable to them can help. But like with these two brothers, they really love going up onto the curtain pole and chewing up there, which obviously we don't want them to do, but it's fun, isn't it? Nice and high up. It's fun to chew, isn't it? Yeah. So it can be tricky. But again, you kind of have to provide reinforcement that outweighs what they're doing already. And also, you know, if you are going through like a door screen because you're worried about obviously bad things happening, it's all about just having really clear communication with, you know, whoever's with you, and also just checking yourself before you kind of go out. So with us, if we're going to open a window, we make a big announcement to each other like, I'm opening the window, or if we're going to do it, we go around and make sure everything's secure and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a bit of a military operation, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So yeah. Right, just picking up the chat. I think I'm all caught up on questions. So again, feel free to just filter in anything else you want us to kind of chat about. Right, where am I? So, I posted on Instagram the other day, but I managed to pick up a fresh dragon fruit for the birds. They're quite exotic over here. It's like £3 in Asda for a dragon fruit, but you know, anything for the babies. And all bar Olive, everyone was terrified of it. We wouldn't even go back in the cage because you could see the dragon fruit in his bowl, which was quite funny. Olive loved it. She was sipping away, so I do have a little reel on my Instagram if you haven't seen that already of her. She's such a sweet beak. I mean, as Mr. Teeny says, it is the most disappointing fruit ever because it's so beautiful and it tastes like nothing. It just tastes like ever so slightly sweet water, but not even sweet enough to be like, oh, this is nice. But it's fun, you know, it looks fun, it's a bit different, it has nutrition in there. But yeah, for all the bravado of how it looks, it's very underwhelming. So there's a bit of fun, it's enrichment and stuff. Yeah, Kipling was not impressed. I did share on Discord a video that I took of, I offered Kipling some, he licked it, and then within about a quarter of a second, he whipped around and bit me on the finger. So he was most displeased that I offered him like expensive exotic fruits. I mean, how dare I? I mean, it's awful.
What keeps asking about sprouting? Have you got a sprouting video coming out?
Oh yeah, so I was speaking to Rhonda earlier. I need to reply to your reply. It's on my to-do list. I haven't actually filmed it yet because I haven't actually bought the ingredients yet, but it will be coming. I need to do an updated sprouting video because my old sprouting video, while it's still useful and all the information is valid, I used to buy a sprouting blend, and now I blend my own with much more diversity and variety. And yeah, I haven't actually bought it yet because I need to actually have the finances to do that. But yeah, I need to do a big order for all the sprouts, and then I will do a video of like our DIY sprouting blend of all the different things that you can include, because there are so many different things you can sprout. And typically the only thing else that's different other than the sprouting blend from the previous one is instead of using apple cider vinegar as the antibacterial agent, we now exclusively use grapefruit seed extract, because when it comes to lab testing that Jason did, ACV still showed up a small amount of like pathogens and microbes and stuff after the testing process, whereas grapefruit seed extract had nothing. So that is the better agent. Although I appreciate that not everybody has access to grapefruit seed extract when it comes to sprouting. So if you have to use apple cider vinegar, perfectly fine. But GSE is a better choice.
Jade asked, do you have any tips to teach cockatiel to step up? I did some in the chat, obviously, you know, worth covering. So I actually have a video on how to get your conure to step up, and the tips are exactly the same. I just chose conure in the title in the hopes that YouTube might show it to more people. Maybe I'll just do a cockatiel one in the future. But yeah, if you search my channel for step up, you'll see the conure video. Exactly the same process for conures as it is for cockatiels. Yeah, Alice, GSE is really it's the real deal when it comes to an antimicrobial agent for sprouting. And a little bottle lasts a really long time. I can't even remember when I bought mine, and I've still got loads left in it, and it's still got a long date on the expiry. So highly recommend GSE if you can get access to it. Yeah, wear a hoodie to not get bitten on the shoulder. Obviously, we don't want to get bitten anyway. But a hoodie can be a form of protection if you're working through behaviour challenges, but it shouldn't be a permanent solution to. Pegasus is demanding show your teal.
I would show the teal, but I'll show you where they are right now.
You probably can't see it, but I swear he's got a.
Is it Gojo?
It's Gojo from.
I love Gojo. He's my favourite. Leave them up there for a second. Let me show.
Wants to show the teal.
Yeah, I was going to show them up there. Here they are. Here's the teal as requested. I hope this satisfies you, Pegasus OG. Bio Bird Blends has GSE. That's it. That's the real deal. Scorts on it with the info. Bio Bird Blends is a high recommendation for us, and there will be a video coming on my channel soon, talking a little bit more about that. Excited.
Oh dear, what not to do? Oh dear,
what not to do? Try not to let them lay eggs in the first place. We don't.
Gojo wouldn't let them wear eggs.
Yeah, Gojo. Gojo has all the answers. We don't recommend breeding.
Yeah, we ain't breeders, Pegasus.
We ain't breeders. That's the scoop. We ain't breeders. We don't recommend breeding. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of birds in rescue centres or looking for homes, so we don't recommend breeding unless.
Guys go in.
Yeah, yeah, get the conures out. But as they already have eggs, kind of have to wait it out, make sure they've got good nutrition, lots of access to fresh, nutritious food, sprouts, things like that, and then take away any nest boxes and don't let them nest again. Oh, hello. Excuse me.
Why are we screaming? Why are we all screaming and posturing?
Oh, Scampi. Excuse me.
Why are we all screaming and posturing?
Pickles is biting me because she wants my juice. It's not for you. Do you mind? Oh, Scam. If anyone sees Scampi's feathers on this live stream and thinks they look a bit rough, they do. He is overdue a molt. I did say this on Discord. Did I say on Discord? I think I did. Yesterday, today. At some point I mentioned it because he had a couple of periods of stress within the last year, which I have spoken about before. Identified it. He's doing great now. I'm going to talk about one of them in a second. But yeah, he's just overdue a molt. So his feathers are looking really rough and just unkempt. But yes, I'm aware of it. So, but one of the stresses that we wanted to address is because all of our conures don't get along when we have our conures having out of cage time and stuff. We used to have to place a small towel on top of Pickles and Scampi's cage because Pickles can be very territorial with her cage, and if anyone lands on there, she will go to bite toes. So we popped a towel on there just when other birds are out for their protection. It's something that Scampi didn't really like. It made it a little bit darker in there. So now you can't even really, where is it? Can't even really see it. We have I can't get these opposites right. We have an acrylic sheet on top of the cage now. And I also have plastic corner protectors, just made out of plastic, just to make sure that no one kind of lands into a sharp corner. I just got this off Amazon. It's like an A1 size and it fits our cages really well with like a little bit of a lip.
Give some help.
What does he want?
It's a bit lazy.
You need a drinky? It's like, take me to the drinky. Yeah, so we got an acrylic sheet. Have snapped it already slightly, but I've put some sellotape over it and it's fine. It's not a danger to them, but it just lets more light in and they're doing much better with it. And then we don't have to worry about toes because if anybody lands up there, they either don't like how it feels on their feet and fly off, or Pickles can't bite them. So if you have birds who don't get along and you're worried about birds landing on top of each other's cages and stuff like that, then I would highly recommend getting an acrylic sheet that is roughly the size of the roof of your bird's cage, and then just having plastic corner protectors, and it's working really, really well. I mean, no one really flies up there, whereas with the towel, they did want to fly up there. They thought it was quite exciting. So actually, it's worked out really, really well. I think it costs maybe about 20 quid. So yeah, we're really happy about that. And yes, David's hoodie is very cool with his little logo on. So.
Claws and fins. I really love your birds. They are very cute.
Thank you very much. I agree with you. Oh, here he comes now. Is the big boy. What do you want? Do you want this? He wants a snack. Do you snatch a snack? You're not going on that laptop. Alice, you're so naughty. Thank you very, very much for your generosity. You're already just really generous, so thank you so much. You don't have to do that, but we really appreciate that, and we really appreciate you being part of the community as well, so thank you very much. With the dancing pair, it's kind of like Godzilla pair. I love it. Thank you very much. Yeah, Louise says thanks. Yeah, they do like to poop in food and water sometimes from above. They're very good at their aims, aren't they? And also, Pegasus, teals are amazing birds. We do love them. Even though we're overrun by conures, we do love cockatiels. They are majestic little beasts. They're awesome. I think we're caught up on that now, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Awesome. This live stream is going really quickly today. That makes me sad. Yeah, it will just go for the birds. Maybe we'll get that sprouting stuff now. Scampi. He's like, I can see the pot of safflower. Should we do some behaviours then? Instead of stopping the live stream,
can I just have the whole pot,
can we do some flipping? Can we do flipping? Oh, very nice. He's such a good boy. Can we wave? So something I wanted to bring everybody's attention to as well, and I will get to Scott's questions who just came in. We are going to be attending an event later in the year called Think Parrots, which is on Sunday, the 9th of June. I'm not going to say too much more because nothing else has been confirmed, but I wanted to bring people's attention to it. So if you fancy a summer holiday to the UK, if you're not already in the UK, then we're going to be at Think Parrots on Sunday, 9th of June. If you are in the UK, hopefully you can make it. It's going to be loads of shops and stalls and free flight displays and lots of just really cool things. It's going to be a fun day. So we would love to see you there. I will do more information as we get it. Pickles, please. Your daddy's give you some treats. And my mum is here. So everybody say hi, Sophie's mum. She absolutely loves it when you guys say that. So pop that in the chat. Say hi, Sophie's mum. Hi, mum. Hope you're well. Everybody loves it. Right. So Scott's question. I'm expecting any day now to get an email from a breeder about another cockatiel. Once I get them like bonded, what do you think about having the cages joined together? If they work like that, are they like?
If they've got side doors or something.
Oh, if they've got side doors, potentially. You need to make sure that they would not fall down and not accidentally like break and stuff. But you could do that. Or just do an upgrade and like sell your old cage or something like that. But obviously you have to do quite a bit of work to actually make sure that they are bonded in the first place. And there's every possibility that they may not get along. So of course, as you probably know, as long as you can cope with them having their separate cages, then it's all good. But yeah, we're all about, did you just take another straw?
We did.
You naughty boy. He's like sneaking treats while I'm chatting. Yeah, so you could potentially put the cages together as long as the doors are secure so there's no accidents or anything. Yeah, lots of work ahead, but I'm sure you'll do absolutely fine. See, everybody's saying hi to my mum. She loves it. I'm sure she's grinning from ear to ear right now. Yeah, Dara, start like swimming now, and then you'll be with us for June. I know you're tempted. So anyone who's not in the UK, have a look. Have a look for cheap flights or something. Book in advance, and maybe you can come because it's going to be a really fun event. So really looking forward to it. So honestly, Pegasus, I'm not in any way experienced with breeding birds. I don't make an active effort to, and I have very little experience with encouraging it or making it successful. So I don't have a lot of advice for you, but hopefully all goes to plan. And I'm just, right now I'm being bombarded by exceptionally generous people. Adara, you should have put that money towards a plane ticket to come and see us. And you're very naughty. Or get those foraging trays that we were looking at on Discord, those like pineapple ones. Thank you very much for your generosity and for the kisses. It's very kind of you. And then Gina's just joining as well. You're so naughty and so generous. And we love you too, and we appreciate you. And hoping your little mini zoo at home as well is doing really well. I'm enjoying seeing all the pictures of Luna and stuff, being cheeky. But yeah, thanks guys again. Don't appreciate it. We're just here to have a good time. But yeah, thank you very, very much. You are very, very generous and naughty as well. Have I got anything else? I think that's everything on my list. So yeah, any other Scampi? Don't tell me that's a third one.
I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know, honestly.
Okay, he's stealing straw. I need to get rid of these straws. He's such a naughty boy. He loves his straws, but sometimes he'll only eat half it and he'll dump it and go and get another one. Very, very, very cheeky. Yeah, he does love to make a little stockpile of the straws. Pickles is the only conure who like is a bit indifferent to them. When we first started introducing them, she would like play with the straws all the time. Now it's very rare that she actually like seeks out the treats. She doesn't like it. Well, it's not that she doesn't like it. She's like, I can't be bothered. I'll just let Scampi do it. I'll get him to regurgitate for me because they're a bonded pair, and then she doesn't have to do the hard work. She's just be fed. But yeah, Louis with his one leg, he's an absolute superstar with straws. Did you like to come and say hello? I feel like it's just me chatting. I need to have some sort of bird with me. Scampi, yeah, he's such a cheeky note. You stop looking. He's so naughty. It really suits him. He's such a little scamp, aren't you? Scampering around and scrombling and scrimbling. Can come and say hello. But he loves his pickles. Yeah, but chill. You're going to get him to regurgitate for you, feed you. Well, excuse you. She's very bossy. Posturing. It's just kicking off now. She is a very bossy baby, but she does love her scam. Come in. I'd prefer it if you weren't on there. So I'll be here for another few minutes, guys. So if anybody has any questions, do fire away. Should we get Pickles to do a couple of behaviours? Yep. Oh, she's such a good girl. Scampi's like, I'm going to do it as well. Can we do wave? So smart. And then everybody's favourite. Yeah, Pickles pee. Can we do wings? Oh, it's just beautiful wings. Scampi. All right, throwing safflower seeds everywhere. Do you mind? I'm being told off. It's always chaos with these guys, but they're doing really well, as I said. Scampi is a cheeky boy. He's up to he's trying to end the live stream. He's so naughty. So yeah, I'll be here for like maybe say another 3 minutes. So yeah, any other questions? Chuck them in the chat now. Otherwise, as we said, you can DM me anytime, email, whatever you like. But if you would like to join our live chat Discord server, where you can chat to me and David live and all of our members, you can join Patreon or our YouTube channel members. And we would love to see you there because it's a fun place to be. You get to hear all the backstage and gossip, and on Patreon as well. Depending on what tier you're on, you also get access to even more videos that are exclusive to Patreon and not on YouTube.
He's like, I'm going to take another
Goodness,
straw.
he's on his 5th straw. Scam.
You notice because he knows he can't really intervene.
Yeah, exactly. Right, we have to put him under there. He's so naughty.
It's just like half-eaten straws everywhere.
Can we wave?
He doesn't even bother to finish them.
Can we go wings? She's such a good girl. Yeah, our guys do like to attack the phone. They also like to, we call it playing the movies, where I'll put on like my reels or something with them doing stuff with their music, and they would just go bananas at it and just have a great time. Just be like, what's going on? Don't you? You go, You go, Pickles pee. We say hello to everyone. We say we're going shortly, and it's been lovely to see you all. Pickles pee. Pickles pee. She's like, I just want to go on that keyboard. Right, okay, so let's start wrapping things up, guys. So thank you so much for coming to the live stream. Yeah, blue hearts and Pickles now, guys. Blue hearts. Baby Sage, we love Baby Sage. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming today, guys. It's been a blast to chat with you, as always. It's always a pleasure to kind of connect with you live and stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy the stress levels of just trying to, train with the birds and just make sure they're not being too cheeky. But it is where all of our training falls apart on these live streams, because there's only so much we can do. It wouldn't be very fun if I wasn't actually doing the live stream because I was having to sort out cheeky responses, is it, Pickles? So yes, there'll be a new video out next week. David uploads on a Monday, so make sure you are subscribed to the Parrot Teacher. But it has been lovely to see you all today. Thanks for coming, and thank you to everybody for your generosity. Again, not expected, but much appreciated. It's really lovely to see you all. But in the meantime, take care and see you later. And before I do, I was literally just about to stop it. Adara, you're very naughty. Put it towards a plane ticket. I'll see you in June. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Take care. See you later.